Okay, so I've stopped the music for a short while so I'll be able to concentrate more on first of course, this video and also the electrolysis experiment. The following should be done. First, I should place new paintings over top of the just on top of these. The painting that I will use are this one that is relatively new with the basic bacteria, and also a big flag of China. This one, and maybe another flag of China. We'll see if we have enough place. I use the flag of China both to demonstrate the fact that that's why I wanted to. If you remember a year ago, I tried to go there to sell my things, and then I was arrested. And I've spoken about it a lot in Twitter, why China is a preferred location, and Hong Kong specifically. Just get access to the Twitter account, and there are a lot of stuff over there. But it was discussed already. I just don't want to repeat myself. And still, I think that the best place for me to raise my children is Hong Kong, is either Hong Kong or another place in China, if Hong Kong is not possible. Of course, safety is the most important thing, safety consideration, because this world is full of predators. But moreover, it's not just that. There is another kind of meaning, maybe less liked by the Chinese, but just the Neo language. That the red background is represent life, and the big flag of China, it represents in the Neo language just it's like one big symbol and four smaller ones. It's constellation that you see a lot in this channel, actually. In the electrolysis, it's used a lot. The same, or relatively, almost the same. In the flag of China, it's the same, but it can be similar, not exactly the same, but similar or the same symbol, it is like one big versus three small or four small ones. You can see it actually quite a bit in these experiments. It's got a meaning. Search for older videos. So it's, so the one in front of the three or also in front of the four, it symbolizes both creation and magnification. And the yellow, generally the yellow symbol over the red, almost by default represent life form. So what the Neos will actually see, like the inside the container, they will actually interpret it as create bacteria inside the human body. Maybe I wasn't clear. When the red background does not only signify life, it specifically means that it's a red container. Or clay container. If it's in sculpture, it's natural. It's the red color is equivalent in painting is equivalent to the natural clay in sculpture. Should be said that in Hebrew it's actually it's an ancient there is an ancient connection between Adom and Adama and Adam, Adam, or Adam, the first person, and Adama, which is the ground, or clay, which natural clay, and Adom, which is red. All of these words are very strongly related in the ancient Hebrew, and also it's like that until today. It's the same meaning. These words are still used with the same connotation 3,000 years ago and more. So basically it means create a bacteria, create an enlarged bacteria inside the human body and inside the container that will be used. And for the same reason, I will use this picture which was painted, This one was painted, I mean, specifically for this purpose. Like, I mean, this is the bicycle bacteria on on red oil paint. I also forgot to mention this flag is made of oil paint, not acrylic, which also symbolizes humans. But we should also create sculptures that will be hovering above the container. I don't need to create these sculptures from scratch because I already have sculptures, and specifically sculptures that you can easily pass. I also should mention that almost all my paintings that were not made recently, including all the flags and the Chinese flag, they contain tremendous amount of neros and life forms inside of the painting itself, like on the oil or the acrylic, which is also important for symbolic purposes because they move. The symbol should be something that is moving if it represents living thing. It only represents living thing if there is something like a movement. Movement doesn't even have to be like the movement of actual life forms or neros. It can be movement of electrons. So that's why mostly what you see in the old videos when I want to represent life forms is that I connect the symbols, the sculptures of the symbols to an online electric circle. You could see it a lot in the previous videos. So I still have some of the sculptures that should be used. Let's search for a good one, just to show you an example of what I mean. Yeah, okay, so I find a nice one. Okay, so I will certainly use this one because I really like it. Yeah, okay. So this is actually very nice. Maybe it's not what you think about when you think about sculpture, but the definition of sculpture, is kind of like, there are no rules in art. Just I see that it's a little bit broken, but no biggie, we can fix it very easily. So this of course symbolizes the trained bacteria that you are very well aware of. Maybe you can see the sausage bacteria. And what's great is that inside of it, it's like a tube with the nero juice inside of it. Most of it escaped, but since it's still, there is still some in it. And there are actually two circles here. One is actually the secondary and the primary circle, like electric circle. This is the primary electric circle. This is supposed to be connected to an AC. Actually, it's one of the rare cases where I used AC. The idea is to use it as AC. To connect it to just the normal socket. Then there will be a varying magnetic field. Now inside of it there is a conductor with neros on top of it. So this should have, and indeed created, it was tested, not that it's a big surprise, just basic physics, a secondary circle from here, that is accessible by these two wires. And this was also used in various experiments. So I'm not sure, how exactly I will use it, but probably not in the original. The original construction was, there were several constructions that were quite elaborated because I tested all sorts of stuff, but certainly I will use this one and I'll connect it to a secondary electrical current. So this will be one of the symbols. And of course it's very nice, I think representation of the sausage bacteria. And I'll find others as well. I have others as well, or maybe I just create one, using wires and clay. should be said that, I mean, by default, the neurons are primed to interpret almost everything as life form. I mean, they are aware of the fact that there are things that are living and not, and they consider themselves non-living. But in general, I mean, if they are not sure about like something, like what's the meaning of a symbol, they would try to scan the, like, you know, huge encyclopedia of life forms. Like, think about like Wikipedia of life form, but of tremendous amount of planets, like not only the Earth. And they'll try to search for like a suitable candidate. Like, I mean, including like we've seen amazing stuff, like, you know, things that are resistant to fire and all sorts of, like, I mean, ridiculous life forms that were already created here. I mean, it was documented. It's not like a, you know, science fiction. So by default, I mean, they will try, and we know that they will think this is a bacteria. I mean, you know, and it will be interpreted as the train bacteria, the famous train bacteria or sausage bacteria. And we'll search for 2 more because we want 3 symbols, three symbols, like, I mean, sculptures hovering above it. All of which will be connected to like electrical, you know, circle, online circle. So they will be identified as living things. So, I mean, that's the plan. And then we start electrolysis, and we'll see if there is anything interesting that going on. Again, I wish I had like a stronger transformer, but I only have the stronger that is not broken is actually pretty weak. The same one we used yesterday and the day before. So just 5 volts, but we'll have to do with that. I mean, if it was 50, it was much better, or 100, much better. But I don't have anything. Just, I mean, tough luck, but I don't have it. I just don't have it. So all I have to do is whatever we've got. So that's it for now. That's the plan.